Okay, so targeting is really a great behavior. You can use it in a ton of different ways. You can use it to move animals to and from certain places. You can use it as a game at the vet or in distracting environments. You can use it just as a fun thing to do when it's cold and snowy out or rainy and you can't get outside. So essentially, what that looks like is the dog targeting part of their body to an object. So in this case, we're going to use a nose to hand target. So the way that we start that is we will have our hand behind our back, kind of just like we did for the look at that game. You'll pull it out and you'll put it close to your dog's nose. We don't want to be putting our hand into their nose. We want them to be moving towards our hand. So when you put your hand out, your dog's probably going to come sniff at it, check it out, wonder what you're doing. And when they touch to sniff at it, then you can click and treat. If they don't make it all the way there, but they're still sniffing, go ahead and reward that. And then we'll work up to getting them to fully touch. So even just the movement in the right direction can count if they're not completely touching. Definitely want to be marking the ones where they come at you with a closed mouth if your dog is prone to kind of coming at you with teeth. Just kind of get the behavior going and then increase your criteria to say, okay, you're doing it, but now you need to have a closed mouth. We're going to use this game further down the road when we're going to practice collar grabs. So we're going to essentially teach a recall behavior where your dog will see your hand as a cue to throw their collar into it. And then you can use that from across the yard or things like that. But with targeting, basically everything you can think of that you see like trick dogs do, it's all targeting. Service dogs too, where they shut doors, open doors. That's targeting behavior. Dolphins at SeaWorld jumping through hoops. That's targeting. When there's like a viral video going around of dolphins giving their trainers kisses, that's targeting. My dog he'll put his nose to my nose, his collar to my hand. Pretty much once they start getting it, they start associating. Well, it's a lot easier to teach them to touch other parts of their body. Shake is a targeting one. That's probably the most well-known targeting behavior that people don't realize is a targeting behavior. So, like I said, just hand behind your back, pull it out. When they sniff, click treat, hand goes back. Once they get really reliable with it, you can start putting a word before you know that they're going to touch. So it would be like as they're going to touch, you could say touch or target, and then you would click and treat the moment that they touch. When you can get them kind of reliably doing it, like 9 times out of 10 they'll target your hand, then you can start moving your hand further away from them. You can move it to different locations, so maybe it's up a little bit higher, maybe it's down low near the floor, maybe you're switching hands, things like that. So if you guys have any questions on that, feel free to reach out. I did post a little handout in the email for targeting, but I know there is a typo in there, so just beware. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, please reach out and have fun with targeting, because the opportunities to use it are endless and they can be super fun.